I want to talk to you today about how to handle not drinking through the holiday season. Tomorrow is December 1st here in Austin, Texas. It's a gray day, as you can see. And for me, as I started to not drink, I decided not to drink right during our holiday vacation. And let me tell you, that's probably not the best time. And the holidays is probably not the best time. However, guess what? One of the things I've learned is there's never a great time because there's always some event, some happy hour, some party, something. And so you've got to decide. And if now is the time that you've decided that you need to get it done, then I want to help you get through it. And for me, the number one thing was events, parties, things like that. It was a struggle because I had a lot of resolve in the mornings, but by the time I got to the party and I was having a good time and I was feeling it, I was like, a beer sounds good. A glass of wine sounds awesome. I'm celebrating because I hadn't had enough time in sobriety, if you will, or not drinking, that those memories of what it felt like to drink, only the good times, of course, were there. And I would quickly forget the bad. Not going to parties in the very beginning stages is probably a good idea, but at some point you've got to re-engage your social life. And here are the three things that I would do. Don't you hate the whole three things thing? But literally, I got three things for you. Number one is I would decide why I was going. Why was I going to this event, right? I would go because I wanted to see a person, I wanted to be present with people, I wanted to celebrate with them, I wanted to show them my appreciation. I wanted just to be in the room with others that I cared about. Number two, I would have a plan in my mind of how I would handle a craving. We're going to talk about that in a second. Number three, I would have an exit strategy. With the oh shit, pull the string, break the glass, gotta get the fuck out of the room plan of action. The first thing I would talk about or think about was, why was I going? Who's the individual that I want to see? Who are the other people that will be in the room that I might want to say hello to? And I'd write those names down and I would think about them, who their wife is, how their kids are, when's the last time I saw them, and I would get excited about it. I would actually start to look forward to seeing them, instead of looking forward to what drink I was going to have. The next thing I would do is I would think about, what am I going to say when someone asks me, what do I want to drink? I needed to be prepared for that moment. And that moment wasn't a 3-minute explanation of why I wasn't drinking. Well, I really don't want to be, I don't need to explain myself to anyone. I didn't have to give them a long answer. They asked me, what do I want to drink? Answer the question. Hey, I'm not in the mood for that right now. Do you have a Diet Coke? I would love a Diet Coke. Do you have a sparkling water? Do you have a bottle of water? Whatever it is that you want to drink, be prepared for that question. So now let's talk about, you get to the party. I would suggest that you get there on time, as on time as possible, and you find the host and you thank the host. You lean into gratitude and expressing your gratefulness for being at the party. And you ask them questions. You want to be involved. You want to get outside of your head and get into them. Ask them what's going on. How are things going? And then I would just go from there and be open-minded as far as how maybe I meet someone new that I've never met before. And I can't tell you how many times when I would be someplace and I would not have a drink in my hand, other non-drinkers would intuitively find me. I do that sometimes at parties now. I pay attention, but when you're in the midst of early sobriety, you're not necessarily know what to look for with other people, but other people will see you and they might approach you and support you. So once I had a drink, Diet Coke in my hand, and I was engaging with people, what if a craving came on? That would be the next thing I would address. And what I would do is I would have two plans. The first plan was plan A, which was the softer plan, which means I would remove myself from the situation. If they had a patio or some tables set aside that was far away from other people, I would go sit and try to collect myself. Just sit and be present and clear the mind. Cravings are like a wave. They're thoughts in our heads, and we don't have to act on them. And that's one of the first things that I learned in early sobriety, is to create distance from the shit going on in my head, which is sometimes nonstop, to what I really wanted. So if I received a craving or felt a craving coming on, I would go and distance myself and maybe start talking to someone else and get distracted. So if the craving was super overwhelming, one of my strategies was to go to the bathroom. Not because I needed to go to the bathroom, but just to really separate myself. And I would wash my hands in the sink with some warm water, get my attention, and I'd look at myself in the mirror, maybe not with the stern look I've got right now, but and tell myself, hey, you didn't want to drink, you're gonna be okay. And I would have this conversation with myself. And it leads me to my last point. And I would ask myself an honest question. Do I need to leave? Do I need to leave this situation? Is this craving so bad that I just need to leave? And if it is, that's okay. I would walk out that bathroom and I would walk out the door. I'd already talked to everyone I wanted to talk to, and I would exit. If I could pull myself back together with this craving, I would go back out and start re-engaging with people. Parties and social events are hard, and you have to deal with the fact that our society is just drenched in alcohol. Every event, every celebration, whether you're happy or sad, people drink. And if you're gonna be engaged with society, unfortunately, you're gonna have to be around it. And I hope the ideas that I came to, that I share with you today, maybe you can tweak them or make them fit your circumstance in a way that'll be helpful to you. But those are some of the ideas that I came to as I was moving through my early years of sobriety. I wish you the best. I hope this was helpful to you. Get out there and walk. Movement is by far the best thing you can do for yourself, both physically and also emotionally, and in your quest to stop drinking. My name's Terry. If you want to learn more about me, go to walkingsober.org. Talk to you soon.